Hello.
Hi.
And welcome back to an episode
I didn't know you were going to say an episode.
One day you guys will get it.
An episode of An Hour of BS.
Wow.
One day we'll do it without the stuttering.
Yep.
We'll get there.
Hopefully. So today on the show we have Carson, as always.
Always.
But we also are joined by someone else.
Yeah.
Hello.
Who are you?
Who are you? How'd you get in my house?
You actually let me in through the front door.
Wow. Let that happen?
I let
I'm
it
your
happen with
son.
you
What are
too.
you talking
Yeah, we're
about?
staying out there
Oh,
for
that's
20
true.
minutes.
Yeah.
Freezing.
You are not. That's a lie.
I could believe that though from Carson.
I'm like, hello, is it there?
So who are you?
My name is Garrett Dennis.
Wow.
Nice.
I'm a junior at Green High School. Currently 17 years old.
Wow. Big 17.
Oh yeah. I realized I'm the youngest person you guys have had on this podcast.
That's
so
Wait,
far.
true.
for real?
Yeah. Who else have we had that's as
Oh,
young as me?
Kylie would have been
Yeah,
the
Yeah,
closest.
that's what I was going to say, Kylie, but yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Setting records today.
Making
Garrett.
history over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we like to see.
Oops.
Nice.
Oh, you didn't start the timer.
Well, now I did.
Oh my.
So tell
This
us
might be a
about
little over an
what
hour.
you do in school. What?
Well, pretty much the same as every average high school student. I mean, I go to class every day in the morning. Although I'm not like all the other upperclassmen, they all have breaks throughout the day.
They do. I've noticed I'm like Lucky Ducks.
Yeah,
Did you not have any breaks when you were a
I did, but
senior?
it's still not fair. Like.
Oh.
It's not fair because he's not there anymore.
Oh, right.
But you're also, so you play sports, you're in
Oh yeah.
performing arts.
Performing
you're,
arts.
You're in French?
Yes.
This guy's biliterate.
Yeah.
We don't know that yet, guys. We can't pull the trigger too early.
Yeah,
on
I
that.
think we can say
Can you
with
try to say? Can
certainty.
you try to say some stuff in there and see?
I can tell you hi, my name is, if you would like.
Go ahead.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Garrett.
Look at that.
Wow.
I mean, we don't
know.
have any way to fact check you on that. I mean,
No, that's right.
He's
I
gonna
forgot
Google
everything.
Translate right now.
That's totally right. You don't know that? Come on. You
I
learn
mean-
French.
yeah, but that doesn't mean I know French.
That's the thing you learned first day.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I know it.
It's just baseline. That means
No,
I
no,
could
no.
Get, it
I
means
couldn't
could get around in
I
France
couldn't
if
even get
needed
up
to.
there.
But wow, so tell us a little bit about sports.
Oh yeah, sports are definitely a big part of what I do at high school. I mean, I'm already at the school for how many hours is a normal school day? Probably
Seven,
and a
yeah.
half.
Yeah.
So then I'm probably at the school till for 10 hours at least, depending
Wow.
on how long the sports
That's a
practice
lot.
goes.
That is.
Yeah, but luckily now this spring I'm not in any sports, and football lifting is a class. So
Oh, really?
my ninth period I just spend.
So you
in
get
the
a
weight
nice
room.
break.
Get a
Yeah.
nice Get a
No
nice
more
lift
10-hour
set.
days, back to 7-hour days.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Wow.
You don't realize how much time you spend at a sport until you don't have the sport. Honestly, I go home and I'm just there for 3 hours extra, and I'm like, this is odd. I've never had this before.
Wow.
So what sports have you been involved in this year?
This year, I played football for the varsity and wrestled
Ooh,
varsity.
Nice.
awesome.
Yes.
Wow.
Nice. Good for you.
Yeah.
I know. It was a great year, too. Football team went 500, which was the first time in a long time,
What does
actually.
that mean?
Now, I was about to ask. Please explain.
I realized
I usually know, they went 6-0.
we went
Mhm.
4 and 4. And when I
Okay,
say
okay.
500 means we
In
were
the middle.
even.
So you were
Oh.
1,000. You guys were
1,000, yes.
Oh.
Wait, so would 1,000 be that you won all the games or you lost all the
You
games?
won all the games.
Okay.
Yeah, see, I knew that.
You did not.
I was like, is that how far they run? 500?
You're thinking of
I'm-
track.
yeah,
I know I am, but I'm
wrong
And I don't
sport.
know why you're thinking of that because you were only in it for 2 days.
He was on.
That's
Carson, you were in track?
2 weeks. I tried junior and senior. I dropped out both. Wait, no, it was sophomore and junior. And then I was so determined I was going to run senior year. But
you
then
didn't.
even if I tried to run senior year, I wouldn't even count for the PE waiver.
Yeah, because you
So
only
I'd
would have
say
had
on-
one season and you
Right.
need 2.
Yeah, you need
Right.
2. Yeah, I finished the PE waiver when I was a freshman.
I gotta say, I'm like, next year I'll get it. Same in
Like, I
college,
got
I'm like,
it.
next year, junior year of college, I'll get it.
At least you don't have to take online gym again.
Right, you know, I passed it.
You were a pioneer for
Look
He
at
online.
my
was a
Cody.
fun-
Cody almost failed real gym. Come on.
Did he actually?
Like, no,
No, he didn't.
Like,
I was about to say, come
like,
on.
he's like, come right now. We're doing that. But,
Cody-
no, but like,
Cody, we're
online
not-
gym was hard.
Was it really?
You had to do a lot of typing. It was a lot of like,
Really?
yeah.
Oh, that typing
You
must have
gotta-
been real
gotta get-
tiresome on your
gotta get a
fingers.
forearm
and then,
workout in.
no, and then you had like fill out tables and all that, and like it was weird. I don't know. I didn't know
What
about
did you have to
tables.
fill out in the tables?
You know, like in like Inventum when we had those.
No.
Practice.
In Mentum?
Yeah, remember Inventum?
You had to do gym through Mentum?
Yeah, that's what it was
Oh
for.
my
Do you
goodness.
remember how we had
That
to do
sounds
the
so
practice
frustrating.
task or whatever? We had to go in and like do additional
Yeah.
assignments. That's what it was. So you know, like in every single question, would be like 8 or 9 different fill in the blank question, like boxes
Yeah.
where you fill out the whole answer. That wasn't every
Oh.
single time. So I was like
So,
trying to do the workout, which I never even did. But they would ask me like, "How did you feel? What did you notice?"
I was
I'm like,
about to ask, did it just say like, go run a mile?
yeah,
Go
it-
do
it
10
did-
push-ups.
It didn't have me take a video or anything. I just had.
At least you didn't have to do
Did
the
you
physical
ever
activity.
try to attempt doing one of the exercises?
Yeah,
How'd that turn out?
terrible. I
You got halfway through.
yeah, and I was like, ah, my heart
Halfway,
hurts.
that's pretty generous.
Hey, Carson seems like he could at least do a half of a workout.
I feel like I could. Get out of here.
I don't know. I saw him in
Uh,
track. We ran track. Well, we ran track.
You ran
together.
track?
You're saying I only
You
went
were
for 2
in
days
track.
in
I
lives,
forgot
but
about
I was inside the high school running around the whole entire time.
I remember we were in the high school.
That was like more than 2 days.
It was maybe like 3.
No, it was not. It was.
I'm telling you, Carson.
What year was this?
This was.
This was
junior year?
our junior year.
Ah.
Or
So
was
I
it our
was playing-
sophomore? Because
No, it was our junior
it was.
year.
Yeah.
And I was playing. Oh no, I was a. No, because you guys were seniors when I was a sophomore. So I would have been playing freshman baseball.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, you don't play baseball?
Not
Play
anymore.
baseball anymore? You just don't like it, or?
You were too good at it, so they forced you to quit.
I wish that was the answer. No, I wanted to focus on football. and
Gotcha.
Or
So I took the spring as a sort of.
eat that. That's not me.
That's you.
Is that
Mine's muted. I checked.
Okay, it's good now. Sorry.
Continue.
But no, I wanted to take the spring to sort of lift for football and get bigger for football.
Gotcha.
Which the first year I did that was sophomore year, and of course, COVID happened and
Oh yeah.
lifting
yeah.
ceased because we weren't allowed in the weight room. But
Wow.
yeah. When did you? I didn't realize that you were in track.
He was like
I-
really good at track.
I
He
I
has
don't
the
know about
body
that.
type
He
for
goes to
track.
Ohio State, the Ohio State
The
University.
Ohio
Not for
State
track.
He's a runner.
No. I ran track. I think it was my freshman year, and then my junior year, and or was it my sophomore year? It was either freshman or sophomore, but
Did you run with? Did Kevin run track too?
no.
He
No.
was going to. Remember
I
that
thought
one
I
year,
could have
junior
swore he
year?
ran track.
Yeah,
I
our
don't know
junior
that.
year, he's like, maybe I'll do it with you guys.
Yeah, but he never meant it.
Oh, really?
I know
No.
Kevin played basketball though.
He did play basketball,
'Cause I
and he
remember being
quote
a-
unquote quit. He didn't get let go.
Wait, did he actually what? Did he actually quit or did he get let go?
That's classified information.
Classified.
I can't
So that
reveal.
means he got let go.
I can't reveal it at
He
this
is
time.
exercising his Fifth Amendment right to not testify
Yeah.
against himself.
Love that.
But I ran track
We
and
don't care about what you
I
do.
hated it.
Like,
you asked. And so yeah, I did that and got my gym credit because I didn't want to take actual
There
gym.
you go.
But if I'm being honest, musical theater should have counted for
I
gym
agree.
credit.
Honestly,
agree.
like
'Cause
I feel like you
Because
could.
band it. I mean,
Yeah,
Marching-
band,
marching
If
band,
marching
yeah.
band
I get it.
counts for, if marching band counts, then the dancing that we do in musical theater should also count.
That I could definitely see an
Because
argument for
it's
that.
extracurricular. They're all extracurricular
Mhm.
things. even though
And we're doing like some of the dances we did in those
Oh
shows.
my goodness.
Remember the
Crap
dance
shooters
number?
dance
Yeah.
for-
Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I remember I did a backflip and almost fell the opening night.
I guarantee you, in that dance alone, we did more than
Oh my goodness.
people in marching band did completely.
I mean, and technically we went from one dance number to another. If you
That's
think about
true.
it, we went from Luck Be a Lady
Back to back.
We went. Was it the Crabshooters dance first, then Luck Be a Lady?
I can't remember.
Yeah, it was one of those.
It's
two.
all a
It was.
blur.
They were right next to each other. I remember because we were in the quote unquote sewer.
Yes.
Yeah, we were. But
Seems-
wow. So
yeah.
what's the episode about today?
What is this episode about today, Garrett?
You know, I think talking. I'm gonna use my radio voice. You know, I think that we're gonna talk about things that we did in our past, our childhood. We're gonna reminisce.
Reminisce.
Yeah.
That's a
We're
good
gonna talk
word.
about some of the nostalgia of being an early 2000s kid, or a late 90s.
So what
'cause
were
that
some
was
of those
kind of
things in the early 2000s
Oh
that
my
you
goodness.
experienced?
The early 2000s. I mean, what didn't we experience? I mean,
Sure.
we had the peak of cartoons. I feel like,
Oh,
True,
yes,
true.
and
yes.
like TV show for
Yeah.
kids.
What was your favorite show
Oh.
growing up?
See, that depends though, cause like, what age are we?
Well, okay,
talking?
let's first say what channel was your go-to channel.
See, I was much more of a Nickelodeon
I agree.
kid.
100%.
I was
A lot
Disney
of-
Channel.
See, a
kid.
lot
That's,
of
you're
kids.
the problem. That's
That's
the
the
real
problem.
issue.
The problem.
Because everyone in musical theater always says Disney, and they're wrong. It was always.
It was
Nickelodeon.
What do you
Nickelodeon.
mean? How is it
Yeah,
wrong? Can't we just
Your
have both?
opinion is
Nuh-uh,
wrong.
What did you watch as a
well-
cartoon on Disney?
There weren't any cartoons on Disney. I
Well,
Right, it was like
There were a few cartoon shows,
If
but
you say Chuggingtons, I'm gonna leave.
No.
Because people claim that as a Disney Channel cartoon. And I was like, that was like
What did they
2014.
no. Well, I will say there were a few Nickelodeon shows that I did watch, so I wasn't solely in the Disneyland. I was like,
probably SpongeBob and.
I've
You
never,
never watched
I've never
SpongeBob?
seen a single episode
Were
of
you allowed to
SpongeBob.
see SpongeBob?
No, I was not.
Oh,
see,
that's what a lot of the Disney Channel kids end up saying. That's the reason they didn't watch Nickelodeon.
Because when I think of Nickelodeon, I think of SpongeBob.
Well,
that's like my first.
I guess it
reaction.
depends on how old we're talking, because I feel like when I was super, super young, I was all Disney. But as I got a little bit older,
you started to.
like in the 8 to 13 area, I was.
That was a peak.
back and
That was
forth.
when Avatar was a.
I didn't watch
Nickelodeon.
Avatar when
I'm
it
not
came out.
either.
See, I haven't watched it, and I never really watched it when it was on. But like, I find it funny now that it's like picked up so much
Mhm.
hype over it.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I mean, it's honestly a good. Like I've seen.
Oh,
a
yeah,
couple
I've seen it
episodes. It's
too.
a great show.
I've seen the show full through, and
But-
it's really good.
But I never really.
You haven't seen any, ever seen
I watched
anything.
a couple of episodes, like, but halfway through the entire series. But I never watched it, and I realized, like, looking back, it was on constantly,
Mhm.
and I was
Oh.
like,
You should go back and watch it.
I might have to. I've genuinely thought about it. Now
You
that I have
should.
this free time with no
Yeah,
sports at
the
this
3
rate,
extra hours
the
makes
3 extra hours, I can
big
get in a
difference.
couple episodes of Avatar.
And Carson, you should watch it too.
Get out of here. I'm gonna go watch that.
It's on Netflix.
It is on Netflix.
You have
that,
Netflix.
That helps, like.
What do you
that,
mean?
like,
You
helps
have
your case.
Netflix.
That helps your
Right,
case.
but like I feel like
Ah.
it's like not an interesting show. It's like Star Wars or Star Trek.
Wow.
or-
I was gonna say the other show I watched from Nickelodeon was Star Wars: The Clone Wars, and
Oh, I forgot that was a show on Nickelodeon.
I still watch that show to this
See,
day.
I
I was
really-
watching it before we recorded this episode.
Really?
Really?
Yes.
See, I don't really watch cartoons. I've always watched like the sitcoms. Like
Oh,
You
Drake
start
and
to-
Josh.
Drake and Josh. Drake and Josh.
Oh,
was like,
see,
yeah.
that
Drake
was
and
I was
Josh
gonna
was
talk. That was
the
my
show.
That was my That's my
Yes.
favorite show of
Yeah.
all time, in my personal opinion.
Well, it was like,
Like-
Drake and Josh. What was some other ones you watched?
Are you talking like Teen Nick or?
Yeah, like yeah.
That was
yeah,
more Teen
yeah.
Nick,
Mhm.
definitely.
I watched that. I watched.
Ned's Declassified.
Oh my
I
goodness.
like that one.
Yeah.
Yes, I want to go back and watch some of these shows. Like,
I can't
I
find Ned's
feel like-
Declassified today. I don't know
I
where
feel
it
like
is.
I would appreciate the shows so much more. Like as a
Oh, yeah.
as a tween, like that 12 to 13 range, you definitely like didn't get all the humor.
Oh, absolutely.
And I look
Right,
back, I
right.
watch clips on YouTube now, and I'm like, that is
How did I
hilarious.
miss
How
that?
did I miss
Yeah,
that joke?
right.
And I feel like Drake and Josh is just such a quotable show. Like I find myself quoting it a lot more than I probably should.
Drake and Josh. Yeah, I love that show. That was a really good.
It was a top tier show.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
What else did you watch, Carson?
Well, I really was like. Well, I like Disney too. Okay.
Oh!
It definitely wasn't my go-to.
You
It definitely
getting
wasn't
on?
my go-to.
You're getting on me for
Like,
liking
listen.
Disney, and you're like,
Okay,
oh, I like
every
Disney as
the theaters talking about Hannah Montana.
See,
I
You know,
didn't
and
watch
Waverly
Hannah
Place.
Montana.
Get out of here.
I watched
See,
Wizards of Waverly Place though.
Fake. You guys
I
like those shows, you're fake. Okay? Second of all,
That
I
is
used to watch
such
your
a wide
fake.
range.
See, I never got into Wizards of Waverly Place
No.
either. I watched a couple episodes and like every now and again, because I always watch cartoons or shows in the morning before I went to school.
Yeah.
Like I vividly remember being like 10, 11, sitting there eating a bowl of Cheerios, watching Drake and Josh or whatever show is on.
Yeah. Or like actually in regards to like waking up, I used to like sleep my TV on and it would be Lopez would always
George
be on.
Lopez.
It would always be
Dude,
on. And that's like
I
a
know.
cartoon.
Maybe that's why
That's why you like
That-
sitcoms.
that's why you like
You
sitcoms
like-
because
Because he
you're
was asleep and his
Yeah, it was all
uh,
work. It's like it's making
his
sense.
conscious was like still listening to
yeah,
George
subconscious was
Lopez.
like, sitcoms, I love them.
That was so true. You were screwed if you woke up too early before school, because then you'd have to sit there and wait for George Lopez to not be on anymore, for like SpongeBob to come on.
Right. Yeah.
Another show.
Yeah.
That's why you went to Disney Channel and watched Phineas and Ferb.
No, I literally never seen Phineas and Ferb.
Oh my
goodness.
gosh.
That's one show from Disney Channel like I want to go back and watch fully again.
It's so
There
good.
was some more
Such a-
shows from Disney Channel.
It ended.
I might have seen more.
Kim Possible was
Kim
a
Possible
really good
was
show.
a good show. I didn't watch a ton of it, but I remember watching some episodes.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I didn't watch it.
The theme song is what stuck with me.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
Never seen it.
No?
Yeah.
Wow.
What other shows were there?
I used to watch Noggin. Well,
What?
no, it wasn't Noggin.
Huh?
It was not Noggin. It was.
Is that the
well,
name of
it's
the
Noggin
channel?
Now it's like Nickelodeon Noggin. It's like the little kids.
Oh, Nick Jr., right?
Nick Junior's, but I think they call it now. But it was Noggin back then. It has like Little Bill on there.
Little
Franklin
Bill,
and
oh my
Friends.
gosh.
I've never even heard of these.
Little Bill was a show created by Bill Cosby, actually.
Oh, for real?
I think.
Actually, I think so too.
Because in the opening,
I actually think
You
now I
don't know.
this.
in
It's
the,
like
in
Bill-
the in the title screen or the title like sequence, he was there at the end, like the
It
little
says Bill
the
Cosby
paper cutout animation that they did. Like Little Bill would walk up to real life Bill
Okay,
Cosby, and he'd
now
hand
it's-
him the red hat. That's what I remember from that show. See,
Or like Blue's Clues.
Ooh,
Come on,
Blue's Clues.
I did watch Blue's Clues.
We have.
Was that on Nickelodeon?
Wow
that
Wow
wasn't
Wubsy.
Wow Wow Wubsy.
Wow,
Oh
all
my
these
goodness.
shows. Think about it. Wow Wow Wubsy.
I don't.
It was like
I,
a square with.
I remember
letters,
that. I
and she had a
distinctly remember the
tail.
theme song, but literally nothing else.
Teletubbies.
Wubsy,
I think that was on
wow, wow.
Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah.
There was.
Wonder Pets.
Wonder Pet. Come
Ooh,
on.
I watch Wonder
Okay,
Pets.
let's listen. Is this Disney or is this Nickelodeon? It's Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon's better.
You're gonna have to put in parentheses Nickelodeon versus Disney. on this title. I hope you know
I'm
that.
not saying. I mean, I feel like my favorite shows did come from Nickelodeon, like Clone Wars and Drake and Josh. But I'm just saying I watched more Disney. I'm not
See,
saying I
also
liked
had
it
the
more.
experience. My mom, when I was going through when we went through the early or the late 2000s,
Yeah.
early 2010s, my mom ran a daycare at our house.
Oh.
So we had to we had the TV on constantly of just
Yeah.
Nick Jr. and Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
It was
So those-
literally the exact same at my house.
The
My
same
mom did the
here.
exact same thing, and we had TV
we had
going
like
constantly.
Yeah.
I think at most one time we had 15 kids in that house.
Oh wow.
Not including my siblings.
Wow.
And it was like, you could walk into the playroom, they'd all be like sitting there playing with toys, and Nick Jr. would be on, and it'd be like a show like Max and Ruby, even.
That, yeah, Max and Ruby. Ruby and Max.
I remember-
Max
I'm
and
trying
Ruby.
to-
Do.
Yes,
Ruby
and
and
Max
Max.
never actually talked,
True.
but Ruby did.
Yeah.
If you saw
okay.
it, you would know.
Okay.
Exactly.
I know
Cartoon
this. I just have to
Network.
make sure.
Cartoon-
Oh my
Is that like
goodness.
Scooby-Doo?
Oh,
Scooby-Doo,
that's
Tom and
Scooby-Doo.
Jerry?
Max.
Tom and Jerry, is that all?
That was all Cartoon Network.
It wasn't Nickelodeon?
No.
Okay. But like, I used to watch those all the time because when my grandma used to babysit me, like, that was always what like, we
Cartoon
had on
Network.
for me, like, that.
Yeah.
All those shows.
So
It's like-
many cartoons. Like, see, this is what I mean. We had, like, I think the early 2000s and late 90s kids had the best, like, TVs.
Oh, 100%.
Or best TV channels. And, like,
Yeah.
I remember being young, and I would spend the night at my aunt's house a lot. And my cousin and I, we would sleep in the living room,
Mm-hmm.
and we'd have the blow-up mattress and whatever, and we'd just have the TV on. And I, as a kid, was a night owl. And by night owl, I mean, like, 2 in the morning.
Wow, that young?
Yeah, well, because I would just sit there and watch the cartoons.
Right,
Because we
right.
would have Cartoon Network on, and after a certain hour, it turned to Boomerang on Cartoon Network, if you remember.
Yeah, that's like Flintstones and all that?
Like the Flintstones,
Yeah.
there's all the old cartoons.
I can't think of it.
Teen Titans.
I've never watched
You've
Teen
never
Titans.
seen Teen Titans?
Or,
I need to watch that. That's one I need to
Or
watch.
Very Odd Parents?
That was Nickelodeon too.
I maybe watched
All
like
these
a
different
one
shows.
episode, but I never continued.
No?
No.
But,
See, like, there are some of these shows now that I'm like, wow, I could really go back and watch that and be thoroughly entertained, I think.
100%. Like, there's shows that I could watch on, like, a rainy day, when there's nothing else
Yes.
going on, you're, like, cooped up in the house, or, like, I put on cartoons. Watch those.
Your mood will go up significantly.
Yeah.
Listen, I feel like there's so many more. Adventure Time on Cartoon Network.
I want to
watch it.
I
so
want
bad.
to watch it because
Oh,
they,
is that with the little...
Jake the dog and Finn.
Yeah.
I want to watch that
Yeah,
show.
I watched
So
Adventure Time.
I watched episodes, but like they were never playing. Like
They never played in sequence.
yeah, so I
Except
was,
they'd have a marathon, but it'd be like on a school night, and you'd be like, "No, I can't
exactly,
watch it."
exactly. And I wanted to watch it. I want to, if I ever get the chance
If
to
I
watch
get the
that
chance,
series,
I
I
would
want to do
definitely
it.
watch that again.
Because I remember there were a
Okay,
few
there were
a
episodes
few
that I
that were
still
so-
remember so vividly, and I'm
But-
just like,
The thing that Cartoon Network was good at is it was really like it had the cartoon aspect of it, so kids could watch it. But at the same time, it has like some really complex plot,
Mhm.
and like as an adult, you're thoroughly like invested in this show.
back to Clone Wars.
That's what Clone Wars was good.
It was
at.
the exact same thing. Like even as a kid, I was like, ooh, look, they're fighting and stuff. But now I'm
Yeah,
watching
now
it, it's
you're
like, ooh, politics.
Yeah, like
Really?
exactly.
See, I don't really watch cartoons or anything now.
Oh.
That's like, I don't really watch TV much anymore.
A tragedy.
See, yeah, I don't.
It's
I never
like, I
have-
don't...
I watch YouTube a lot more now.
Yeah.
Oh,
YouTube's
I
like my-
feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
But, yeah.
Recently, I've kind of gotten back into, well, not watching those types of shows, but just watching movies and shows in general.
Going back to shows and
Like-
stuff that have.
Movies that I didn't get a chance to watch, mostly because they're rated R. But
Yes, that I understand.
Brandon, you crack me up.
well,
I have a question for you guys though. Did you ever like, when I was a kid and like George Lopez was on when we were talking about with the cartoons in the morning, I would go watch the Animal Planet all the time when I was a kid.
Yeah, is
Like-
that
Ooh.
Teen Swim?
No, it was-
wait,
Big
was-
Cat Diary.
Big Cat Diaries.
Wait,
Yes,
what?
it was on it.
The one about the cheetahs
The
and the
cheetah's
lions.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
I would wake
was-
up and I'd eat my breakfast and I'd be thoroughly like glued because I loved
Yes.
animals as a kid. I thought I would like that would be my thing for the rest of my life. Not anymore, but but I remember like I would sit there
Oh,
and like
yes.
be like eating my
Yes.
treats like oh my gosh like or the crocodile I would catch to the end of the Crocodile Hunter.
I don't
God
think I
rest
watched
his
that.
soul, but
Oh,
Steve Irwin.
Oh, he's the he got eaten by or what happened to him?
yeah.
He got
Stung by a sunray?
stung by a stingray in
Sting-
the chest. Like he was
Oh,
chilling. He was
wow.
chilling at the beach with it, and it was like right here, and it just went.
Wow.
But I remember like watching
This
him as a kid.
Podcast is dedicated to Steve Irwin.
There you go.
Wow.
Wow. But yeah, that was what I did also as a
Yes.
kid. Like I would wake up in the morning, and I'd be like, oh, George Lopez is on. Let's go see what Animal Planet's got. And it'd be Big Cat Diary or The Crocodile Hunter. And I'd be thoroughly content with watching that before I walked to school.
Or like if you would watch Cartoon Network, Adult Swim would come on. Like,
it would be
and
on
it-
early in the morning, or
Yeah, and I'm
it
trying
would
to think.
continue
There's
like
one show that I'm thinking of right now, and it's like it was like really bad. It
Robot
was
Chicken.
that Robot
Yes.
Chicken.
I remember.
like,
I
so
remember.
bad.
I'd go
It
to
was
Cartoon Network and I'd be like,
Yeah.
"What is this show?"
And it also
doesn't look like a
looked kind of
cartoon.
fun. Like it looked like it was like a cool show, but it was.
It
like,
was so
bad.
inappropriate. I never ended up
I've
watching
never
any
seen
of it. They're like,
Have you seen
I only remember seeing it while I was scrolling through channels looking for Animal Planet or
Robot
cartoons.
Chicken, That's it.
They were like clay characters or something.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
Robot Chicken.
yeah.
So many different ones.
Oh, okay.
Wow. But yeah. Wow. TV. But
Yeah.
what about music? Were you guys in like?
No.
He said no.
Straight up, no
No.
music
Like,
for
look at
me.
2000s. Let's see.
See,
Do
whenever
you
I
guys
think of
music?
2000s music, I think of the music they play now at like school dances.
That's what I think
Sure,
of too.
yeah.
Like Yeah by Usher and Ludacris and Lil Jon.
Yeah,
like
all
that's
that.
like one of the first things that pops in my head when I think.
2000s music.
or Britney Spears is a big one usually too.
Yes.
But I grew up listening to country music a lot, so I didn't.
Oh.
Because that's what, like, I would drive around, like, my dad would be driving around, and that's what we'd be listening to on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, that's kind of what I listened to.
Right. Wow.
What about you, Carson? What did you listen
what
to?
did
I
you
listen
listen
to
to?
pretty much anything. Okay.
That's
how I am
He
now.
won't listen to rap. Okay. He about the womb listen to that.
About the womb listening to rap?
Yep.
What kind of rap? Like, can you name me a few artists?
We're talking.
Are you talking, like, early 2000s?
Yeah. So we're talking. I don't know. Wait.
Apparently he can't name.
No, I'm just kidding. I can't remember what I listened to. Just like.
Probably just whatever was on the radio at the time.
Yeah. But it was like I never
And
really
that
listened to
was
like country.
radio.
It was always like pop. But now I listen to everything.
That's
I
how
listen to every
that's
genre.
how it flipped for me, because I only listened to country because I just listened to whatever was on the radio in the car.
Yeah. But
And
now it's like you listen to.
I listen to all types of music, but
Yeah.
country is definitely still a go-to.
Right. Now Brandon, he's listening to Rex Orange County.
Today I only listened to Rex Orange
What did
County.
you listen to before?
Nothing.
Wow.
Wow.
I was a musicless kid.
Really?
Yeah, no music.
Really?
I just didn't have any interest in it.
That's so shocking.
See, I didn't have very much interest in it until because my dad basically brought my music love to life, because he plays guitar, he sings,
Okay.
and so, like, obviously driving around with the radio on, we just sat there and sang songs that came on the radio. And he still has this old iPod in his our 95 Chevy pickup, and it's got all the songs that we would listen to on it.
Nice.
And, like,
Nice.
So I was thoroughly, like, immersed in country music.
I love that.
No music, country music. I still
What
don't
was
know.
on the radio?
Whatever was on the radio.
And
I mean,
radio
that's
was a
searching for
big
music.
thing.
You know, how
You let
search
music find you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
I respect that. That's a solid answer.
Yeah.
But radio was a big thing when we were, because I mean that was basically
Before
like
iPods.
Oh,
iPods had just
Yeah.
came out when
Mm-hmm.
Literally,
We
I'm
were
thinking
what?
about that. I used to have the first
4?
iPod, I think.
Wow.
my sisters had the first
That's
iPod.
retro.
It's crazy how
It's crazy to think of
now
that.
they have the Mac. Well, they
Now we have stuff like this where you can put a keyboard on an iPad.
Yeah.
Right. Wow.
I know.
That's crazy.
It is crazy.
I remember when I got my iPod Touch, and I was like, I'm pretty cool.
Yeah.
I
the little
remember that, too.
iPod Nanos. Remember like the little square thing? You ever
Oh,
see
it was
the
like a
little
music
square-
player. It was like literally.
Yeah, it was
It was just
size-
the box that played music.
Yeah.
It was literally like the size of a stamp.
Yes, yeah.
And I look back on it now, I'm like, how did people not lose this thing?
Right.
Like, I feel like I would have lost it so quickly.
And then like then they like upgraded to like the iPod Nanos with the screen that looks like
It
an
had a
Apple
tiny,
Watch
tiny,
without
tiny
the
little
band.
screen.
Like
Yeah.
literally, it's like an Apple Watch without the band. That's literally what it is.
It's funny how it all came full circle,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So we're going to add a band to this one. We're going to call it Apple Watch. Wow.
Yeah, I remember getting my first iPod Touch.
It was the best day of your life, wasn't it?
I think I was 11?
So that was what, 7 years ago?
Yeah.
6. Oh, you're 17. I thought you were 8. I keep thinking
Nope,
you're
not
18.
18 yet.
Ugh.
Still a minor.
Mm-mm.
Sorry, any ladies listening that want my number. I cracked myself up.
Garrett's number will be in the description. Along with his birthday, so you know just what day to call him.
So you know
Put it in
day
your
to call
calendar. Put it in your calendar.
Put it in the calendar.
Yes.
Yeah, no, but I remember getting that iPod Touch. My little sister and I both got them on the same day.
Mm-hmm.
My dad had got us it for Christmas,
Mm.
and like we thought it was the coolest thing. Like that was literally because we didn't have anything until that, because it was
No gaming systems.
We had like a Wii.
Yeah.
Who didn't have?
Who didn't have
Literally
a Wii?
though, literally.
We still have our Wii at both my parents' houses actually, and till this day if you ask me to play the Wii, I will play the Wii with you.
Oh, it's so fun.
I don't get
yeah.
Nintendo could have stopped at the Wii, and they could have rode that wave forever. Because I don't think that'll age. Like honestly, I'll probably end up keeping one of the Wii's from my parents' house and just install it for my family.
Honestly, yeah, I think
it's
we
such a
have.
good.
We just don't have it out. Like it's somewhere. We don't have. It might have broke or whatever. We actually had 2 of them. At one time, and then we had the Nintendo 64. We had a GameCube.
Oh, I had a GameCube.
Oh, I love that thing.
That
And
GameCube.
were you able to used to put like some other games in there, or there was like another device?
The Wii.
The Game Boy.
Yeah, the Wii. The Wii. Yeah,
You could put GameCube games in the Wii
Yes.
and then open the top and plug in a GameCube controller.
But you could also put Game Boy games into your GameCube.
Could you really?
Wait, for real?
And play them on the TV.
I don't
Are you
remember
sure about
that
that one? 'Cause I'm not really sure.
I am pretty positive that
I don't
you could.
think so.
I think so.
I remember.
Look at these now our updated iPhones.
Yeah, use our 21st century technology.
I really don't think that's.
See, I remember again at my aunt's and my cousin. I spent a lot of time over there now that I think back on
Yeah,
it.
you
But we would constantly. We had the GameCube, we had the Wii.
Yeah.
And that's like the whole weekend. I'm talking.
Boom.
Oh.
You needed like
pull it
a
up?
separate piece of
well, I don't
equipment.
care then.
What do you
I
mean?
think that, like, put it in,
Oh, you needed a separate piece of equipment.
Yeah, but you plug it in.
Piece and that doesn't count.
What do you
I'm
mean it
talking
doesn't
about-
count?
Like the Wii,
you
all
can
you
take the
needed.
game, yeah.
All you needed was the
and
controller.
You put it in, yeah. So.
My cousin had a
You
game.
could play those
The
games.
funny thing, my cousin had a GameCube, but he also had a Wii. So we'd end up taking the GameCube games into the living room with the Wii and play on the big TV with the Wii.
I don't know if you guys had this problem, but with the Wii, our games would stop working after a while. Like I don't know about you guys, you have to take the disc out, you have to try to wipe it. And see, and,
my gosh!
Try to get the scratches out and all that.
Oh
sort
my
of thing.
goodness!
Operator error.
All the time, and then you it loaded and the disc would go on
it would re-eject.
Yeah, and it'd go down and put a question mark. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Oh
What
my
is
gosh!
this?
Yes.
And literally there were tricks on YouTube to put toothpaste on it.
Yes.
And
Oh
all
my
that,
gosh.
At my house, we're putting toothpaste around, scrubbing it.
That was the thing. I don't think, cause I see now.
Now we're thinking, what the?
I know. If you did that today, people would look at you like you're crazy.
Dude, but you were desperate, cause I mean
Oh yeah, cause you had to go back to the GameStop.
You were had to, yeah.
I think we literally might be only had 3 Wii Sport games.
Oh
my
Wii
gosh!
Sports.
Wii Sports was
we had 3
top
of them
notch.
because that thing, and it came in a little packaging where it's just a little.
The little
slide,
envelope. It was an envelope. It wasn't
Oh,
even a case.
yes.
Yeah, and then,
Because that game came with the
Wii.
Wii.
So did
and they
Wii
used
Play.
to go.
Yes.
That one came with the Wii too.
The containers would be empty, and then they have to get the game from behind the counter. And they have this big drawer with all the games.
Yeah.
They'd be like, "Oh, Wii Sports, here it is." I'm like, "What are you guys doing? Just keep it in the disc."
Oh yeah. I remember. I think they still do that actually.
Yeah,
You go to GameStop. You hand them the case, and then they go, "Okay." They open the case. There's nothing in it.
Yeah,
and then they just go with the game, and then close it up and hand it to you.
Well, now everything's digital. You don't even have to get a
so
disc.
True.
You just say, "Download this game."
On my whatever console I use. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did that. Yeah. Nobody knows the struggle of the whole the disc doesn't work. Oh no, what are we gonna do?
Or I don't know about you guys, but do you guys have the Xbox 360?
Yes.
Okay.
I had a PlayStation.
The red ring. The
red ring.
I got mine after they fixed it.
Ah.
I was lucky.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had a Kinect.
See, I had a PlayStation. I grew up PlayStation.
You don't know what a Kinect is?
Wait, I feel like I do, but it's not.
You plugged it into the 360 and you could play motion games and you could move around.
Oh, yeah.
And it never worked.
Yeah, you'd be sitting there
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they have that.
I had a Star Wars game and I was always going block and moving my hand back and forth a million miles an hour.
Bar thing that went up a little bit. And remember the little sensor thing that matched up to your Wii remote and
the Wii sensor.
Oh.
That thing was so frustrating.
It was
so frustrating.
The most frustrating thing.
Because you'd be sitting there I'm pointing right.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Now, what games do you remember? Because I remember on both the GameCube and the Wii, Mario Kart was the game to play.
Mario Kart, dude.
Yeah.
Mario Kart and Super Mario Bros.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Super Mario Bros.
Yeah, so
it was just
and then you have the Wii remote that you put the thing in, it's like a steering wheel.
Mario Kart. Yes.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
And you go remember that one racetrack? It was at the mall or whatever. And
yes.
you were going up on the escalator and all that, and you're driving up there. Oh, it was so much fun.
Yeah.
And then on
Coconut
I don't know
ball.
you guys, I
Yeah.
don't know why I was
Yes.
just
How did that
play
become
this,
a meme?
but like on GameCube, I used to play 007. That game, do you guys know what that game is, James?
I've heard of it.
I heard of
I
it.
don't
Never
know how
played
I
it.
never
was
played
playing
it.
that, but like
On the
It
GameCube,
was
we always
a lot of
played
fun.
Donkey Kong Country.
Did you have the one with the
Oh.
drums?
No, we didn't.
Oh,
no,
that was
we had
so-
the original Donkey Kong Country for the GameCube.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, my cousin and I played that for hours. But for
Wow,
the Wii, it
this
was
has been
definitely
the
just
best.
Mario Kart. And for you guys had Xboxes. I had a PlayStation.
Mm.
We had PlayStation 2
Oh.
growing up, and
Oh,
PlayStation, and then
yeah,
I finally
yeah.
got a PlayStation 3 when I was
Mhm.
like 10, maybe.
or the
Around there.
DSIs.
Oh,
Oh.
dude, I need to find mine. I still have. I know.
We'll
it's
all
somewhere.
find our old DSs
I
and
had a
we'll play
DSi
games
XL.
together.
I had the XL.
Ooh,
Oh,
fancy
freaking-
man
I had
over
the
here.
3DS at one point.
Oh.
That was
Oh.
like later, but like yeah, I had the 3DS.
I had the DSi.
I never had the XL for any of the.
Neither did I.
I always
DSi
had
X, yeah,
the,
Nintendo
what about the
DS.
PSPs? Remember PSPs?
I
had
never
one of
had
that.
a PSP.
I
Neither
still
did I.
want that.
See,
Like,
I didn't
I
see-
looked it up like last month.
I didn't see the
Yeah, play with one.
the appeal to
Here's
it.
what you need: a Nintendo Switch.
See,
Oh,
That's the
yeah.
new thing that
Yes.
you can carry
That's-
around wherever
That's
you
the
go.
new like
True.
Nintendo.
And guess what, Carson? Mario Kart on that, you can play in the mall.
Really?
The one with the escalator. Yeah.
You need
I-
it, Carson.
And I'm mad about this because I'm looking at 007 and I have not recognized any of it. And I know 100% I played it.
Well,
'Cause-
there
'cause
might
I
be more
remember-
than one 007
Yeah,
game.
because this is the one I
Yeah.
played. This is the one I played.
Mhm.
Yeah. I recognize the
I
game.
played it like 5 years old and it's a team game.
Oh, nobody ever listened
No,
to
literally
those.
no.
Yeah.
No.
Like,
I remember I played Need for Speed when I was like on the PlayStation 2.
mhm.
I played Need for Speed, which was like the game you drove around and got chased by the cops and had
Yeah.
to race at the
Or
same
like
time.
GTA. You guys
I've never been allowed to play that.
see?
I've
neither,
played
really,
it
but-
before, but it was not in my younger.
Definitely.
Yeah, it
was-
wasn't too young.
No,
definitely
I think
wasn't
I was
I
like,
wasn't exposed to it until
I
I,
think-
was in my late, like, just like 14, 15.
Yeah.
mhm.
Are you the oldest?
I am not. No,
You have an older sibling?
I have a couple.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I have a
Oh.
whole bunch of family and
Mhm.
intertwinement.
Gotcha.
But I have three older sisters technically.
Gotcha. Okay. Because that's what I was gonna say. Because my older brothers, they always played GTA, so I was just kind of like, that's how I was exposed to it from them.
Mhm.
See,
So like, I mean, I wasn't too young, but I mean, I not at the age.
see, the only mature,
recommended.
the only mature game I played was Call of Duty.
Oh, yes.
Call of Duty Black Ops.
Black Ops,
Oh, I
yes,
love that
on the
game.
PlayStation
And it was so
3.
fun.
Black Ops 2
Oh,
was
yeah.
like the first shooter game I ever got.
Black
and I was
Ops
like,
2 was
wow.
phenomenal.
Which one's better, Black Ops 1 or 2?
See,
Two.
I
I didn't play
really?
one.
Really?
One was honestly such a good game.
It
I mean,
was.
I
And
can't
the
really
dogs,
say.
The dogs would come and run. Those
Oh,
things
yeah.
scared me. I literally got afraid playing. They're coming.
I remember setting up games because I didn't have Xbox Live, so I remember setting up games with
like
bots
like LAN parties.
and
stuff.
having doing split screen with my friends, and
Oh
we're
my
just
gosh, dude!
that was the
Wait, I'm
best.
confused.
Like
Like,
you know
you
how
have
you
your
can.
friend
yeah,
in the
yeah,
room.
yeah.
Yes.
Those are actually the best. Yeah.
I got exposed to Call of Duty through my dad actually. Because
wow.
I don't have any older brothers or
Mhm.
Yeah.
I have a younger brother, but my dad exposed me to Call of Duty because I walked in the living room one time and he was playing it, and like now that I look back on like been playing Call of Duty for so long, my dad was not good at Call of Duty, but
I wasn't good at either. I was only good at Black Ops because they couldn't really do anything to you. But like when you play multiplayer and all that, and you're like playing a Nuketown and all that, and you're facing
Nuketown,
people,
oh my goodness.
oh, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I didn't get shot. Hot stars.
See, I
I
picked
get
it up
shot.
really quickly actually, like for some.
You're a natural.
I was
You got
really good
destroyed.
at because I had played
Destroyed.
I had played video games for so long already.
Mhm.
Like the hand-eye coordination was there,
Yeah.
and the I don't know about you, but I played zombies all the time.
Oh.
In Black Ops.
Yeah.
I was too scared.
See, I was
Wait,
originally.
hold up a second. Wait, when I was talking about Black Ops, I was talking about zombies.
Oh.
Are those the same?
Oh no!
Black Ops-
Wait,
Zombies.
I was talking about zombies.
You think
the entire
zombies is the whole game?
time. No, but Black Ops. That's literally.
That's one of the main
I
points of the game.
kind of
Yes.
didn't.
Nah, you
When
like.
you said zombies, that's what I played. Like, yeah, I played Black Ops,
See,
but like Black Ops zombies was
I
where it's
definitely
at.
wasn't a big multiplayer fan. I had to get used to playing zombies because I was definitely scared out of
Oh,
my
yeah.
mind when I was 10, 11 trying to play zombies and they're all like coming at me. I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh my god!
Yeah.
And so
And you have to buy guns off the wall.
yeah, you had to buy guns off the
and
wall.
like it was like a whole thing. You get so close to the
Oh,
mountain,
yeah.
you're like, come on, I gotta kill one more zombie. You kill it, you go run back to the wall and get that gun. Oh,
It's so crazy looking back on it now because like I love zombies.
Oh,
Still,
yeah.
we found our old PlayStation 3 actually. I hooked it up not 4 months ago, and I don't have Black Ops, but I have Black Ops 2.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been playing Black Ops 2 Zombies a lot.
That's
actually.
fun too, though.
Yeah, Black Ops 2 and Black Ops were both phenomenal games.
Yeah. Now, there was one game that I sunk more time into than any other at that time period, and it was Skyrim. Did
Not
you
me.
guys have
I never
Skyrim?
played
Halo
Skyrim.
and all that, not my.
See, that was an Xbox thing.
Xbox was a
Always.
Halo thing. I played Halo for... That was
Isn't
the only
that
one.
kind of like though, or am I thinking too?
Black Ops and Halo are kind of alike.
Okay.
They're both...
But
Halo's a
Skyrim,
shooter.
I don't know
Skyrim
Skyrim
is like a
It's
medieval
like a
game.
Oh,
you, like
Dragons,
RPG.
magic, you run around and with a sword and
See,
stuff.
I've wanted to kind of like try. I've never tried Skyrim.
You should
I
try
want to.
Skyrim.
I want to. Because now, like, being an experienced gamer and all, like,
The best part about Skyrim is you can get it anywhere. They sell
I
that
know.
thing literally on everything.
that's literally, that's the funny thing is, like, I've heard jokes about it, like,
Oh.
they haven't made any other game, it's just Skyrim on every console, everything that you could put it on.
That's true.
But a big PlayStation game actually was Crash Bandicoot.
Never played it.
Never, me neither.
I didn't have a PlayStation,
See,
so I didn't
any
get the...
listeners who played PlayStation, you know what I'm talking about when I say Crash Bandicoot. Well,
Yeah, 'cause I haven't played
I don't
it.
know exactly what type of animal he was, but you'd run around. He never actually spoke English. He spoke like gibberish,
Oh, yeah.
and you'd just run around collecting fruit and trying to get to the end of the game. It was like a little platformer 3D thing,
Mm-hmm.
but it was so much fun, and I played it for literally hours on hours for the PlayStation 2. Because they just are coming out with a new Crash Bandicoot game, and I'm so excited.
Oh, yeah?
Because I want to go back and
What's
play it.
hard is like if you ever go back to these game systems and all that, and you go back, no one has them anymore.
That's
So
That's
if I were to
true.
play Black Ops 1 Zombie, I would literally play that tonight. But then nobody's gonna be on.
Nobody's
to
going to be
play.
on it to play.
Yeah,
like, it
and
sucks.
there's also the thing, like, my Xbox 360 doesn't work anymore.
Oh yeah, I can't even find mine.
No, I remember trying to hook up my 360 and it's like, you know what? I want to play some Black Ops 2. Can't do it.
Oh, that's sad.
Can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
See, like, now I wish I could, like, go find a PlayStation 2 somewhere, but it's probably ceased to exist at this point.
And if, like, they probably sell for a lot online since they're not making them anymore.
Exactly.
You know what game I'm thinking about? It has nothing to do with those games.
What game?
But it's called Bully.
I know what you're talking
Bully
That
about.
was
was the
GTA
best
for kids.
That was the
was.
best game ever. Like, I'm looking it up.
I know.
They never
I know
made
what
a
you're
sequel.
talking about.
It was a Wii game.
I thought they made
It was
I thought there was Bully too.
I think...
Oh.
Yes.
I never played it, but I remember seeing, like,
You
videos
can
online.
go
I would
on-
watch
you
videos
can-
online
On
being like, oh, this
YouTube,
game
yes.
looks so much
This
fun.
game looks so cool. That's when that's when gaming YouTubers became a big thing, actually.
Yes.
We actually, that was...
How do
Now,
you like that? The
there-
quality's terrible. How do you like that?
Well, like, think about... When I imagine the games I used to play, I imagine them looking like the most realistic things.
thing ever.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know. But now when you go back to them, it's like, this looks terrible.
Like, compared to the graphics, like, we've come a long way and stuff like that.
Oh, absolutely.
But, like...
I remember the
would
original Star
definitely-
Wars Battlefront. I thought that looked just like the movies. Went back and played it a few years back and was like, dang.
Oh, yeah.
It looks okay, but, like,
Definitely
compared to
not.
today.
Yeah. We just spent a lot of time talking about video games. I looked at the timer, I was like, holy...
We got-
whoa. Yeah, I know.
But yeah, so I mean, video games were our childhood.
Video-
games,
oh, yeah.
music, movies.
We had a lot of the entertainment stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
We were in, like, the dawn of the electronic
Age.
entertainment age.
Yeah.
Did you guys... Obviously, you went outside, I would hope. Right?
No,
Honestly-
never, not once.
Okay, honestly, though, I was way more of an inside person.
Really?
I was
Kind
too.
of,
I went outside, but, like, inside,
Yeah.
I was like,
my older brothers, like, even... I remember my older brother being like, how are you not outside? Like,
It's
in
like
the summer and all
sunny
that?
and...
Yeah,
Yeah.
because when my brothers, them being older, my oldest brother's 30.
they didn't
So,
grow
like,
up
he-
with...
Oh
the
yeah,
They
no,
didn't have
like
all
they
that.
had Nintendo 64 and all that.
They had all the old
stuff,
school
but they
Oh,
would
yeah.
only ever go outside.
Mhm.
Like even you hear our parents like we've always were outside, riding our bikes, doing all this stuff, playing like neighborhood.
Well, half the
baseball
stuff that
and
our
all that,
parents did
like-
when they were kids isn't legal nowadays, but...
True, true.
Yeah.
But like,
But definitely,
Yeah.
yeah. I remember definitely playing outside a lot. Well, because I have a family that's like outdoorsy.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like fishing and stuff.
Fish. Yeah, we're what I call it redneck. I have a redneck family, but
Okay, yeah.
so we were outdoors all the time, hunting, fishing,
Mhm.
doing whatever,
Yep.
Yeah.
and
Bonfires.
all the
That
time.
sounds like a lot of fun.
I mean, yeah, my family still does bonfires.
Yeah.
Bonfires are good fun.
Bonfires are great fun, and
You have a swimming pool? We'll go swimming soon.
We don't actually use our swimming pool all that often because we're indoor people.
yeah.
That's crazy.
See,
I just think
yeah.
about you sleeping in
Put a blanket out there on the water.
Get
that.
a
Like a raft.
Get a raft, and honestly, you might have to try that one day.
Is it cool?
right now it is.
Yes, I would assume so.
We have a heating, so we turn the heater on whenever we like go in it and stuff. But we have to like turn it on in advance because
Yeah.
it takes a while to heat up the whole pool.
Right.
But
But yeah.
Never.
we don't use it all that often.
See, yeah, because outside, I remember doing like just stupid stuff. Like I would sit there and dig a hole in the dirt. Because like, my parents were always like, they'd like cut me off at a certain time for video games.
Yeah, it was like that with here too.
But it was more or less like, go outside and play now, and then you can play later.
Right.
And so I'd be out there I'd go out at like 12, and then you come in at like 1:30, eat a peanut butter and jelly and a bag of potato chips, and then
Yeah.
go back out
Right,
and
Mhm.
play around for another 2-3 hours. And we just, like, some of the stuff now, I'm like, we really enjoyed the most simple things, like,
Yeah, like even like outside playing tag, the best
Oh,
time ever.
yeah.
Hide and go seek tag. You get like
Oh
a big
my
group of people.
gosh.
Like,
Have you ever
whole
played
neighborhood thing.
Capture the Flag?
oh
Yeah.
my god.
Like front yard versus
Front
backyard?
yard,
Yeah.
backyard,
Oh.
oh my
Or
gosh.
ghost in the graveyard.
Oh
Yes.
my goodness.
Yeah,
Yes.
just the base.
Gotta
Like,
get-
I'm not even kidding,
We need
like-
to go do that sometime.
Yeah,
Like,
that would be
really-
so much fun nowadays.
Yeah.
Like, getting a group of older, like, your friends now,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
going and doing a game like Capture the Flag.
I literally want to. Like, okay, during the summer when we had your grad party and all that, didn't it? And like musical theater stuff in your backyard.
Yeah.
We kind of did stuff like that.
We didn't do
Not
like
We
really.
Capture the
did games
Flag.
and stuff
we
like
didn't,
that.
we didn't. But I'm
It was
thinking
more
of-
like swim and then sit and play a game
Yeah.
around the fire.
But
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what it.
Like the games we
Where
play
were
now are
we?
like Would You Rather.
Yeah.
And that kind of
Like,
stuff.
okay, like even
Mature
like
games.
for musical
Mature.
theater, we
Quote,
did that
unquote.
scavenger hunt in the mall. Like,
Oh,
never,
we got
in
kicked
trouble,
out.
but
Oh. See, my older sister Morgan, she and her friends one time they went to in Ravenna. Walmart is a big spot
oh, okay.
Mhm.
technically,
Mm.
but I've been using a lot of air quotes. Nobody can see them. I just realized that.
They'll just have to imagine. when they're
Imagine
being
Garrett Dennis doing air quotes every time he talks about something and says it like this. But anyway, her and her friends, they were like 17, and they went to Walmart and played tag in Walmart.
Really?
And our Walmart in Ravenna is huge, like, it's a
That sounds
very
like it'd be
large
so
building.
much fun.
See, that's what I, like, looking back on it now, I was like, as a kid, I was like, oh my god, they're going to play tag in Walmart?
Yeah.
But now I'm like, that would be so much fun. Do you realize how much fun
Like-
it is?
Yeah.
That or go, like, even our high school.
Oh.
I think it would be so much fun to, like, just
Yes.
spend the night in the high school.
Yeah.
Yes,
Like,
when
no-
nobody's there, just
nobody's
like get
there,
a good
just
group of people.
A group of friends.
Yeah.
No
Yes.
adults, no nothing.
Yeah.
You
All the
you
doors
can-
are unlocked.
You can just
Go
you can
for
just play hide and seek, like in the hide and seek tag in the dark
Yeah, like
at the school. That would be
we played
so
those games in
cool.
musical theater. Remember when they turned off the lights?
Oh,
all that? But
yeah.
imagine having the whole entire
Oh,
school.
that'd be
Oh
so
my
much
gosh.
fun.
See, this is the type of thing I'm like, can I please go back to high school?
But
Like, I
even
want
in
to-
high school, you could never do that.
Well,
See,
you
I
couldn't, right,
wish
like-
you could request it. Like,
Like,
can we
literally.
just take Saturday and close the school, but like
Leave it
remember
open
Leave it
when-
open
remember
for us.
Wine State lockdowns and all they used to do? Wine State lock-ins or whatever?
oh lock-ins.
yeah.
I went to a
never-
couple of those for
I never
church.
went to
Like
those,
I went to a
but-
couple of church lock-ins.
Yeah, yeah.
Church lock-ins were so much fun because you'd stay up all night playing like
you would do that kind of stuff.
we
You
would play games like kind of like we'd play like freeze tag in the dark.
Yeah.
And like the church, it's actually on what street is it? South Main. It's the Lutheran church.
Oh, right,
I
right.
You know that big
like
hill?
The hill?
I
By
think
It's
so,
at
yeah.
the bottom of the hill on your right if you're coming down that
It's like
big
by
hill.
the white bar field.
Yes. I think I know what you're talking. There's two churches on this right next to each other. They're right across the street.
The white barn
The
field.
one barn. That's not very specific out here, Carson. There's a lot of those on South Main.
I know what you're talking about.
Yes.
I know what you're talking about. Brandon
Yes.
doesn't, but I do.
But I remember we.
I'm looking for the white field.
I'm looking for the white. It's a white
Can't find it
field.
anywhere.
Couldn't find it anywhere. What are you talking about?
Oh my gosh.
No, but like that was just recently. But those lock-ins were so much fun because you'd play like a scavenger hunt and you'd hide things and you had to find all of them.
Oh yeah.
And one person would go hide them all and stuff like that.
Everything. It was like.
We're gonna do something this summer.
Can we actually please?
We're gonna go.
No, you say that kind of stuff, but you won't do it.
I say that kind of stuff.
Right?
You say
It's-
that kind
no,
of
we
stuff.
We have documentation.
We have documentation.
No, we have to.
We
Brandon's
are going
seen a
to
quote.
invite people to. We're gonna do somewhere
Play
big, like the.
backyard wiffle ball and all that.
Honestly,
Backyard wiffle ball.
You
I was
know,
thinking
yeah,
like.
Do you
I
not
was
play
thinking,
wiffle
like-
balls? Well,
No, I
obviously,
didn't play
yeah.
wiffle.
I did.
Wiffle ball was so much fun. You
Yeah.
get like
I
the
was
whole
thinking like
neighborhood.
capture the flag, but on somewhere really, really big.
No, we can
Like
play
a field.
a lot of
Like a
we can
big
do that.
field.
We can play Ghost in the Graveyard.
Ghost in the graveyard,
Where
like
you
at
can
the
run to the
Bettler
base
Park.
and all that. Yeah, let's
Oh
do
my
it.
god!
Bettler
I would
Park.
definitely join you guys.
You won't do it, but
I'll do it.
We have video
What
documentation.
do you mean
of
I
him
won't
saying
do it?
he won't.
We'll cut this part out.
Cut
Cut
that out, cut that out.
We gotta cut that out.
Or like the chapel. That no one's there at nighttime.
Right.
Oh,
my
that
gosh.
big church.
Yes.
Oh my god.
The huge
that one would
parking
be
lot.
So much
Yeah.
fun.
We played. No, we weren't playing anything. We were
I
walking
drove
around
past the
South
PLCC
Carolina.
on my way here, and I was like, that even clicks now.
Yes.
Yeah.
The PLCC would be a
Yeah.
really
yeah.
fun.
Oh, honestly.
Give one team the far parking lot that's like over there, and the other team the parking lot near the greenhouse.
Yeah.
I honestly kind of felt like back in the fall, this past fall, I got a call from Kylie, and she was like, "Were you there?"
No, I don't think so.
I don't know who else. Okay. Anyways, Kylie called me. I was like literally driving. It was like 10 o'clock at night. She's like, Carson. She's like, "You want to play kidnapped?" I'm like,
What?
"Sure." I'm like,
Huh?
She's like,
Kidnap is
"Yeah, but
not a
with all
safe
these-
game.
With all these different people, it was like Macy was there. It was Kylie. It was Nathan. It was Matt. Well, I don't know if it's his last name, but Matt.
Matt
all,
Permuka.
Yeah, all these different people were there, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, I'll play. So I played, and it literally was so much fun. Like literally, like we drove in a car, we like went, like got dropped off somewhere, like. It was like so much fun. Like I felt like I was like still like a kid. Like I'm literally.
See, that's the
in college
great
right
thing
now,
about
like,
those games is that they
Yeah.
bring you back
Yes,
to being
they do.
10
They
years
really
old,
make you
running
feel
in the
really
backyard
good.
in the
Yes.
night with a flashlight,
Like literally,
looking
I
for your
want to
friends
play
in
in
the
the
mist.
summer like tag and hide and go seek tag and
Yes.
like.
We're gonna get a big group, and I'm saying a
You,
big
I
group.
don't think this will happen.
What are
I'm
you
writing it
talking?
down. I'm
Listen,
gonna
the
write it
only
down.
way it's not gonna happen is people gonna be like, "Oh, I can't."
But you're gonna be the one that's putting it all
He's
together.
gonna be.
I know.
Yeah, but-
I'm saying I'll be putting it
I mean,
together.
I'm saying like if you invite 30 people, if only like 2 can show up, it's like it's not gonna get the full effect.
But
know?
if you invite 30 people, you have a solid chance of 50% showing up, and that's.
That's what I
50
like. That's what I like to
Right.
think. But at times you're
But
like,
at times you get 10 people at the most, not even.
yeah.
But no, like those, there's so much stuff. Like look at, oh my gosh,
We're gonna
I wish
do
I
it.
could go back to being
We're gonna
like
do it.
a 10-year-old again.
We're gonna do
And
it.
then we can we have to come up with like different things to do. So
Tag, ghost in the graveyard,
hide and go seek.
hide and go seek, capture the
Do you
flag.
guys ever play Jailbreak?
Is that what we played during field days?
I don't. You might have. I don't know.
Which
Isn't
one?
Capsule 5 we played at field days where you'd be like in jail?
Jailbreak is
No.
like you. My family plays it all the time, and since I have so many siblings, we play it. We would
Oh,
all
yeah.
play it, and like it would be a blast. We'd get like the neighbors to come over.
Oh,
we'd,
yeah.
We'd have like 8 people play it,
Mhm.
and I'm sure it's even more fun with more.
Oh, yeah.
But you have like the cops and the robbers,
That we played those
and-
during field days.
and
yeah.
you designate a jail and a jailbreak, which is like if somebody runs and touches it, everybody who's in jail gets out and
Remember those
scatters.
games during field days?
Yes,
The
yes.
practice or the JV soccer field or whatever at the high school? When we were in intermediate, we'd go there and one would be... we played it during gym class.
Or is
Mr.
if you
Larson's
go on
class.
those JV like fields, is that trespassing? Can we go on those?
Like the,
Can we
like
play
are you
games?
talking like the freshman field, like
Yeah, are we
at
allowed
the
to
high
go?
school? Well,
Or like it's right next to the
Let's formulate
stadium.
a email to something. Everyone is like,
yeah, they all love
Hello.
you guys.
whoever it may concern, I was just wondering wondering if a group of us can go and have
Would you arrest
Have
us?
access to
field
the
day.
facilities.
We're gonna
I'm
put
sure-
together our own field day.
Could you imagine? You know that the freshman football field right there next to the high school and all those softball fields. Could you imagine just like having that as the whole play area and playing something like Ghost in the Graveyard
Yes.
or Tag?
If we actually try doing this for real, would you do it?
I've
I
been
would
telling
for-
you.
I would
I've
for
been
real do
telling
it.
you.
Okay, but how are we gonna get in there?
Here, after this is done, we'll come up with a list of people who we can invite,
Okay.
and then
We'll have a set day.
we can, I don't know, we'll figure out.
Yeah,
after.
we'll figure out a day. But I'm
Um,
just saying that, like, I think it'd be
It would be so much fun.
like literally. You said that it's taking me back to the good old intermediate days.
Yes.
Listen, the good old intermediate days. It was such a nice, great weather. Cars would be like cars from the high school access road would be coming down, and like we'd all be playing with these games and all that. And it'd be like the great, nice, sunny weather. And we're playing like capture the flag and all that. And our
Oh
gym
my
classes
gosh.
or like field day. Remember the big? Okay, when was this? But it was like I think it was intermediate. Like field days. It was like towards the end of the field day. It was we're about to go home, and last thing we did was like a big capture the flag. And it was with like people that were wearing red and like blue jerseys,
Oh my!
and like it was. And
Was
it was
that like the Greek Olympics? I remember we did that.
I remember
it
the
was like-
Greek. I remember Greek Olympics
It might have been, but I think it was
because I was actually
intermediate,
in
not
green
middle,
for that one.
Oh,
because that was middle school.
you're right.
Intermediate, just like, but I'm also thinking like I don't know how it was that big though because it was a lot of students and we were all playing. That's not like a gym class.
Here's my proposal. Capture the flag. One team gets the high school, the other team gets the middle school.
Oh my gosh, that is the biggest capture the flag boundary I've ever
Yeah, I'm
heard.
confused what capture the flag is. I'm getting.
It's literally like you just
One team hides a flag, or
you just
I
put
thought it was
you
like
put the
flash
flag.
and hula hoops.
well, I mean, depending on how you play, you can either hide it or put them in like a set spot that everyone knows,
Yeah.
and then one team has to capture whoever captures the other team's flag and makes it back to like their base wins.
Oh.
And like if
that
you
would
get
be-
tagged in someone's,
And you gotta drop it, don't you?
you gotta drop it and you go to the jail, and then your teammates can come save you.
Wow.
I'm telling you,
That's
if you got
really
a
fun. I wanna
big
go.
amount of people,
I-
you could do it
Let's-
high school and
let's
middle
get-
school.
We're doing it.
Have
We're doing
you know
this.
that scene in Ratatouille when the food critic eats the food and
Yes,
like, he
this is what
flashbacks?
this is.
That's what I feel like I'm doing right now. I'm flashing back to being like 10 and man, I miss it.
I
Because
used to-
being
know,
old
right?
sucks.
It
honestly
does.
I remember being in intermediate, probably intermediate middle school. I was like, I cannot wait to grow up. And literally, the reason why I was like, I cannot wait to drive. I was like, I cannot wait to drive.
And now we want to go
Like,
back.
Yeah. And
It's
we're
crazy
going
how that
back.
works.
How
And
depressing
you
that
never
is, but-
listen to anybody that told
Yeah.
you like enjoy it now. 'Cause
Oh,
Yeah, you just
absolutely,
wanted
yeah.
to go.
You wanted to
'Cause
go.
You saw people that were older than you, like having all the screening. Because I mean, I will admit that when you're older, you,
You
have
get
freedom,
freedom.
but it's not good.
It's
you
not
gotta
a good
pay
fr-
bills.
you
gotta
got
work.
stre- you got
gotta
all
do
this
this different
stress.
stuff.
This is where
And
we're
it's
changing it. We're gonna have both freedom and play.
Oh yeah.
Since we're talking about freedom, can we just break into the stadium?
Okay.
That's
Maybe
all-
not that.
Maybe not that far.
We're jumping fences and all that, the gates.
The cops show up. That would be so bad.
Listen, as long as we don't break in and we just run around the buildings,
I think they would
we
let us.
I think that's
we are allowed
technically-
to do that, right? Because if you go on a walk,
What about, like,
you're not
the
going to get
intermediate-
arrested for going on a walk. And
Remember the intermediate school? We used to be in the intermediate school and they used to have the carnivals. Oh.
I remember
Yeah.
working. I
Don't
worked one
we
at the
remember
middle
they
school.
Oh, wait,
had the
the-
goldfish, and you'd have to like the carnivals with all the inflatables and the.
I remember the
And
inflatables.
then like you would go, they had the cakewalk where you would go to the art room or whatever, and they had the big cake.
I
Or the art
remember-
room, they had the fish where you threw the
oh.
ball and then get it, and
Yes.
they had like different rooms, and like you're like, I go to school here, like this is a room that I, and like it felt so good, but like then as we got older, they still had the carnivals, but it didn't even face, but like, who cares? But like in the moments, like this is like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Or,
As
like,
a
the
kid, you'd show
expo.
your parents like, I am an art in this class.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Or like in the high school, like the expo, and like now it's like the celebration of education. Everybody used to be the expo.
Oh.
Yeah.
They used to have all this stuff.
It's no fun anymore.
It's literally not. Why?
They had games.
Dude,
yeah, they
oh
actually
my
had games and all that.
goodness.
And they
Remember
got rid of
the
them all.
magician? Remember the magician that was
I
in
don't
the
remember that, but I
costume?
believe you that he was there.
He was in there, and like he used to, and then like now the celebration education is have like different programs, which is great, but like there's nothing
Fun.
Yeah, like
It's like there's no magician. That's like
Fun has
You
become a
know,
really different thing nowadays.
I agree.
we don't have
Definitely.
any of it.
Having fun is like doing drugs.
No.
Cut that out. Cut that
Carson
out.
said
No,
that.
not
That was
my
just
fun,
Carson.
not my fun, but that's
Carson's
what people, I feel
views do not reflect the
That's-
views of the
that's
show.
No, I get what you're. I
Everyone
get what
does
I get what
that.
you're saying.
Like-
A lot of people do that now, as
Right,
instead
like,
of
that's
like
a
instead of
thing.
doing stuff like getting the whole that thrill of childhood.
Yeah,
and going and playing
it's more
tag.
of like the thrill of partying, like,
Exactly.
oh, we're going to a party tonight, like, and all this stuff is just not the same.
It's not.
Like,
It is not
and
the
then
same.
you like, in the moment, like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Not
But then
that
you
I
look
know.
back, and we're
Yeah.
looking back at this one, talking about childhood, and it's like, I remember that.
I
You
feel
know,
like-
it seems like it's so like, it's honestly doesn't feel like it's that long ago, but it is. It's
It
such
was-
a long time
it was
ago.
like-
It was.
You don't
Like,
think about it. You're like, dang,
7
that was
years,
like
8
7,
years.
8,
Yeah, that's crazy.
9, depending years.
That's crazy. I don't know.
People are gonna be listening to this and they're gonna be like, oh my god.
They will. I really do
I
think.
think this was.
This is how we'll get the people for our big game.
Yeah.
you're listening-
if you're listening, shoot us a text message. Like they said, my phone number's gonna be in the description.
But yeah,
But
wow.
you have to text him after his birthday. Clarification.
When's your birthday?
October 16th.
October 6th.
Edit.
October 16th comes around.
October 16th.
Ladies, you know where to find him.
His number will be in the description.
Uh,
Wow. So, 48 seconds, 47, 46. What a good episode.
That was
That
a
was-
good episode.
I love that
you know what
episode.
I noticed? I thought it would feel a lot longer. That
It
felt
flew
like it
by.
Went, that went so quick. I don't know if it was just the topic or if we just the talking just
We
goes
like
so
nonstop talk, like in every other episode, like we've like been like, what are we talking about next? But like this one,
The good, like, we know when a good episode happens because
And
when
this is-
the time just runs out.
It
while we're
like
not even-
went
this
like that.
was like that, like
We've had a few of those episodes.
Yes.
yeah.
This is one
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
So thank you so much.
Thank you,
Yes.
Garrett, for coming.
I really appreciate you guys having me.
Of
I had
course,
an
of course.
absolute blast. I
Yes.
wish I could stay longer.
Well, you're gonna be
You're-
in another episode.
you're gonna be in
so-
another-
Oh, all right.
We'll be
I
doing
will
more
be-
episodes, and you'll be definitely invited back. Thank you for
Nice.
joining us on this episode of An
An
Hour
Hour
of
of
BS.
They did it. Let's go.